shine with me, align with me, authentically true. Bloom into you.
Guys, Jamie Wozni here, and this is the second video in the Wild Woman Activation, Wild Woman Code series. Last video, if you haven't checked it out yet, was all about the question how to stop people pleasing and embrace my true self. So today I'm going to answer this question: techniques to unlock inner wisdom and creative expression. The wild woman is so connected to her inner wisdom, her instinct, and allowing her creative expression to flow from there. I know women in our society, me in particular, didn't feel safe being in an uninhibited creative expression. People pleasing, like we talked about, comes in. I feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Is this creative expression wrong, inappropriate? And we must start to find safe spaces where we can push the boundaries of our creative expression just for the purpose of it, because we realize it is part of our soul. It's part of who we are. It's part of a way that our soul can have a safe space to expand, because we're in that high frequency of creativity, using our wisdom to navigate that space within us, to be the wild woman. Okay, so here's the questions. What daily practices can help me tap into my intuition? What daily practices can help me tap into my intuition? When I first began this journey, this was recommended to me, a little intuition journal or notes on your computer, right? Intuition, psychic senses can speak to us in different ways. And literally starting this feedback of, oh, I felt this like feeling of lightness, because that's the way it can speak to us: light, expansive. Oh, wait, that's my direct call from Wild Woman in the Divine saying, go in that direction. And we can say, hey, this thing felt light. I went in that direction. What happened? Now, this is the thing with intuition that I learned a long time ago, which I think is brilliant. We'll go in that direction. Our mind, the thing that we thought would happen from going in that direction, might not happen right away. And we go, well, that wasn't my intuition. But our intuition is leading us to things that are a contribution to our soul. So if you can start to just trust that feeling, sometimes it's an image, sometimes it's a feeling, sometimes it's lightness, right? What do I think is my intuition? Maybe it's not, maybe it is. Maybe if I give this time and spaciousness with my intuition journal, what happens when I look at my notes from a month back? I would also be in the prayer, right? So here we are, intuition journal. I would be in the ongoing prayer. Say this out loud with me now. How does my intuition speak to me? We're all different, right? And I have lots of my Reiki 1 training, can link below. Well, I don't want to confuse you guys, because I really want to share this other course that I'm doing that can really help us with this. But my Reiki 1 training, you Google Reiki 1, Jamie Wozni, Den meditation. I have specific tools that really help you get in touch with your intuition if that's something that you desire. Okay. Second thing, how can meditation and breath work enhance my creativity? So anything that slows you down and connects you to the deeper divinity, sacred nature, authentic nature, true value, true essence of who you are, is going to connect you in to your creative channels. Creativity is, to me, allowing divinity to move through you in whatever way. That's why, like, creativity is this. It's me creating something. There's this blank canvas, and then I'm in a feeling, and I'm following my knowing, and I'm allowing it to move through me, and it feels really fucking cool. It feels alive. It feels good. It feels life-giving. That can look like poetry. That can look like painting. That can look like work. That can look like swimming. That can look like dancing. It's a different part of our brain that we're using for creativity than our analytical brain. So that's why when we're slowed down, when we're meditating, when we're breathing, we open up that aspect of us. Okay. What are some exercises to overcome creative blocks? So this is an exercise I love. I'm giving you guys like a high value exercise here. So think about what you want your desired reality to be. Okay. You're like, this is something I really want to create when I'm the wild woman and I'm activated in this high frequency. I want this house or this relationship or whatever it is. You feel into the feeling, you cultivate that, you cultivate that experience on a what's the word? Sensorial level. I don't know, sensorial level. Sounds like a cool word. Sensory level, where like, okay, I'm in my desired reality. I feel it before it's happening. This is one way we can manifest unconditional experience. I feel it before it comes. So then it comes because I practice this feeling. So what you do is you're in this feeling of your desired reality. You see it, you feel it, you taste it, you touch it. And then from that future place, which I'm saying future, but like, let's say from that version of that, you on that timeline of what you want to create from Wild Woman. I say Wild Woman because she's powerful, but from you, do poetry from there, do creative writing from there, do drawing from there. Because when you're in that, you're writing something completely different than you would from you now in your brain or whatever you're doing, and you're just like having this experience of writing. You're in this future experience. That version of you is writing. So it's just a really cool out of the box. I'm not stuck. I'm not in my blocks of my day to day. I'm invoking this new reality and I'm writing from that place. I'm dancing from that place. I'm drawing from that place. I also invite you to be like totally wrong and bad and imperfect. I was leading this exercise in a class once, and one of the women was like, I don't do this. I'm embarrassed. And I could feel her resistance. And I said, just try it. And her poem was like kick ass. And everyone in the class was like, wow. We are not rewarded, celebrated, honored in this feminine aspect of ourselves of creativity. And it's literally what brings us to life inside. It's what heals ourselves. It's what magnetizes really cool opportunities to us. So try it. Let me know in the comments how it worked out for you, because for me, it's like such great joy, bliss. How do I find, here's the last question for you. How do I find my unique voice in creative expression? Okay, so to me, there's always an undercurrent of a deeper feeling. There's a deeper you at play. There's a unique essence. You are an individuation of the divine. You have your own creative imprint, your own creative signature. Yes, there is oneness. Yes, we're all one. And then there's a uniqueness. So there's soul, there's source, and there's soul. And soul has this beautiful, unique flavor to it. And you'll know it by the way that it feels. And I know for me, it's been like a 10-year exploration and excavation and healing and all the things. That's why I create these groups to support people on the same thing, to find that. But when you do, that way I say it's a feeling, it's not an emotion. I'm sitting and I'm anchoring in this and I recognize you. I know you by the way that I feel. I haven't seen you. You're ancient. I may have been disconnected from you karmically, ancestrally, whatever, but you rest in that internal space and you're like, so you kind of click into a deeper sense of self and you know it. And so to me, that's your unique voice. It's a process of clearing. It's a process of uncovering. It's a process of, oh, that's it. That isn't it. Like the intuition journal in the first question. But you'll know it by the way that it feels. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be right. It's uniquely you, right? That energy is potent. So I hope this helped you. What we talked about today was techniques to unlock inner wisdom and creative expression. If this spoke to you, if you were like, wow, this is really cool. And I really invite you to dig into this a little bit after the video. I'm running a 3-month semester, a 3-month course called Wild Woman Activation. where we are going to activate these wild woman codes within you. And this is going to be a potent sisterhood. This is going to be expansive. You're going to be different when you came in than when you left. What the whole intention of this container is to get to know the real you before socialization, to raise your frequency, to clear that which is in the way, to remember what wild woman is. I know for me, I've had to have all these beautiful teachers like point out, hey, this is normal. This is what's allowed. This is what it is normal to be in your feminine energy. Feelings are okay. It's like a re-education of who a woman is before she's socialized, what her innate powers are, how she can magnetize things to her, how she can live the life she wants, how she can be worthy and deserving, how she can be honored in her boundaries and her truth and her desires. It's going to be amazing. I would love to have you along for the journey. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm going to link it below. We start in a month. Please sign up. When you enter a container, before it starts, you start entering into those energies because you have made a commitment to open up to this part of yourself. We've got Wild Woman saying, join us. Join us, please. All right, angels, I will see you in the next video in this series, or I will see you in the course. I'm sending you all my love. Till next time.
Come shine with me, align with me, authentically true. Bloom into you.